Hello and welcome to my video on Ravaged. In this video I want to talk about Ravaged the game that's coming out in the next few days, and I want to discuss why I think it's a very enjoyable game, however not without its flaws. Firstly, I want to talk about the gameplay. I installed the game I think 2 days ago with the closed beta, or beta if you like. And I've been playing a fair bit, not very much, but obviously because of time constraints, a fair bit of this game. I've actually been really enjoying it. I think it's a fairly good game, although obviously because it's a beta still, there are still flaws, so I can't fully comment on all of those because that would make it slightly unfair. Um, First thing I want to talk about is, as I said, gameplay. Now, or rather, well, behind the scenes kind of would make sense to talk about how this game actually works. And you've got two kind of factions. You got bad guys and good guys. Essentially, the scavengers are supposed to be the bad guys, and they're kind of just more. You can tell because they kind of got different clothes. They look slightly, excuse me, they look slightly odd, and you can just tell they're bad. And then you got the resistance, which look more normal, should I say. Um, Again, the scavengers, they just look kind of, um, kind of funny, a bit messed up as well, kind of tatty clothes. You can basically tell, as I said, he's a bad guy. And again, the resistance, they look very more human-like, more soldier-like. And this game is essentially set on lots of vehicular combat. And I think that's what gives this game and its gameplay, it makes it fun. Because if it was just another Call of Duty or Battlefield 3, this game would definitely fail. Because people wouldn't understand the appeal. But now, because you've got like awesome cars and really fast driving, I think that makes this game really, really fun. It's just generally enjoyable. I find this game to be very a special kind of fun. I feel quite bad. I can't really describe it. I feel kind of powerful when I play it. I can't. You just have to try it. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. It's very fun though. That's for sure. Now the vehicles. You've got a selection. You've got like cars, quad bikes, buggies. You've even got helicopters, which I personally haven't tried yet because I haven't been playing enough of it yet, and there's so far I believe only one map because this is actually closed beta still. So by the time this video comes out, it might be the game might be fully released and many more things will come. And yeah, the vehicles, however, the cars feel very cool, very cool. Can't speak. The cars seem to feel quite heavy and quite realistic. I love the way that speed is represented. You can feel when you're going fast. And I also like the idea that cars are kind of makeshift. They have like machine guns mounted to the door. They have like machine guns at the top with a hole cut out. I think it looks really cool. There's actually this really awesome car called a Hot Rod. And at the top it's got like a Gatling gun. That's pretty awesome. And it's got like a machine. Oh, sorry. At the top it's got a grenade launcher. At the side it's got like an awesome 50 cal. So I think that's just so cool. It just makes everything look really pretty damn awesome. And then you got like 4x4 as well. You got something called a gyrocopter, which I haven't personally tried. Again, because I probably haven't played enough. But from what I've played in about 2 hours, something like that, I found the vehicles to be very enjoyable. And indeed, it's a very good mechanic that the game offers. Vehicle combat is not often you find it fairly often in games, but it's not very fun. Like Battlefield 3, for example. I'll just take that as an example, okay? Don't have to hate me for hating Battlefield 3. I didn't really enjoy the tanks. I mean, well, they weren't anything special. They were just like, okay, I'm in a tank now. Cool, awesome. Okay, what now? Do you know what I mean? That's not very. Just wasn't very outstanding. With this, sure, it's not amazing, but it's much more fun. It's just a game centered around enjoyability and just having general fun. It's kind of a game I go out and screw around in. I love it. It's brilliant. Now, guns. You have a fairly wide selection of guns. I think you have 30 guns in this game, which is not bad actually. It's not bad. You got like a selection of pistols, AKs, machine guns, rocket launchers, and I think that mostly I tend to use the AK, and I think I use the M16 as well, and you can probably see that in the video if you watch the whole video. The guns seem to feel quite heavy. No, that's a bad thing, and I think I said that in my Planet Side 2 video, if that's come out by now, I don't even know. But what I said in my Planet Side 2 video is, some guns feel too heavy, like, for example, Killing Floor, I don't know, some people thought it was amazing, I thought the guns feel a little heavy. And in other games, like in Call of Duty, for example, guns just seem to feel like they're BB guns, like really crappy and weak and not very much recall. I can't just describe it. It's just really bad. Guns don't feel like guns. They feel like toys. In this game, you can definitely tell that a gun's a gun, for sure. Guns in this weapons in this game feel awesome, especially when you're in a vehicle and you're shooting your minigun. It just feels so powerful. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Guns seem to do a fair bit of damage, although you have to have pretty good aim, and you have to, you have to group your shots fairly well to kill anyone. It's not like it's like 3 shots and they're dead. Oh no, it's much harder than that. And you can also run away from a gunfight if you know what you're doing, for sure. It's not like Call of Duty where basically if the guy sees you, you're dead instantly. No, it's not like that. Unless they got like a sniper rifle and they're really good, they will definitely take a couple of shots to kill you. By the time you can fire back and even kill them, I mean, in the video I did that loads of times. The guy was shooting at me, I just bang, 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 dead. And I think that's a great thing that you can actually run away from a gunfight. I hate it when you got no choice but to just die like in Call of Duty. Oh, that just annoys me so much. Another game that lets you do this is Drive to Send. You can easily run away from a gunfight as well because you're doing like 250 miles an hour, so that's why. Now, I've kept saying throughout this whole video that this game is really good fun, and I just find that to be the case. I find this game really, really good fun. Like, it's kind of, for me, I was about to call it a doodle jump of PC gaming, but no, that's not very fair. It's kind of this game where I go on to just have fun. I don't really care if I do bad or I do good. I just play the game and just have fun. And just screw around. I just love that about this game. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just go in, kill some people, drive some cars, kill some people, and go out. I think that's a great game. I think that's what makes this game an awesome, fun game. Now, obviously, some of that was faults, but I'll go into that in a minute. But if you're one of those people that just wants to enjoy the game and not worry too much about doing really well, and just screw around, then this game, believe me, is for you. Definitely. Like in other games, in Battlefield 3, if you're not doing well, it's not that much fun. But in this game, if I'm doing awful, I just notice I just get a car and just drive around crazy, just like circle the map and just see if I can kill anyone, run people over. That's great. It's awesome, especially if you tend to find yourself really bored in these first-person shooters. I think that's a great mechanic again this game offers. It's just the enjoyability and the fact that these cars allow you to have so much fun. Because, as I said, in other games, vehicles aren't as much fun at all. Like, even in Tribes, unless I'm flying the Shrike, I mean, the Beowulf, you don't play Tribes, the Beowulf is a tank. It's kind of boring. It's like, And again, Planet Side 2, I found that the problem as well. Like, vehicles seem to be a bit dull and bleh. With this, no, definitely, it's very, very enjoyable. I would definitely recommend this game if that's what you want. Just kind of trash content where I can't really call it trash game because it's not. Just enjoyable gaming. If that's what you want from a game, just get this. And if you don't want to worry about doing really well and getting 20 to 2 killed to death. Now I think in the first game, if you watch the whole video, I do fairly well. In the second game, I kind of not do so well. Not awful, but not do amazing. And I was still having plenty of fun. If I'm getting killed all the time, I don't really care, because I just respawn, I get in my car and just run people over, just for the heck of it. And I find that awesome. I don't know if you don't, but for me, that's brilliant. I love that. So much fun. Now, in the closed beta, I believe you only have one map, and that's the sand map in the deserty area. Now, as this game is based as a post-apocalyptic kind of story, um, this is the only map for now. So, again, as it's kind of post-apocalyptic, the cars are kind of made of scrap. The weapons seem to be a bit kind of, yeah, not so great. You get the impression that you're in a post-apocalyptic world. It gets that across fairly well, unlike some other games. Um, I can't really think of anything on top of my head, but some games didn't really do that all that well. But yeah, this game certainly gets the point across very well. Um, it feels like again you're in a post-apocalyptic world. It's like sandy. It's like trash. It's the bases are like makeshift. They're made of different parts. It just gives the idea that everything is not as it should be, really. And I like that. I like playing in that kind of atmosphere. I haven't played a post-apocalyptic game in a while now, and the last one being Rage, and I think this game does it fairly well. Certainly nothing to be amazed about or anything. Not like, you know, Fallout 3 or something. But again, this is a completely different genre we're talking about. That's an RPG. This is an FPS. This is quite different, but still, I think they did a good job considering this game's price. In the UK, this game is at $15.99, which is not a very bad price at all. I think that's a great price, especially considering, you know, it's technically an indie game. Well, yeah, I'd say it's an indie game. To be fair, it was made by Two Dawn, but it's not really an yeah, it's an indie game, definitely. It's actually because it wasn't made as an AA, it was never intended to be, and it's great. And I'm just reading the Steam page for it now, and Kotaku said the multiplayer Rage never had, and I agree. I definitely agree. That is for sure a very good way to call it a good name for this game. The multiplayer Rage never had. That's definitely true. It's very similar to Rage in many aspects. GameSpy says a rocking multiplayer only vehicle heavy twist of the post-apocalyptic FPS, and I think that's a good way of summarizing it too. It's certainly very fun. So I definitely recommend this game. I think it's great, if I haven't said that many times. Now the faults, there aren't many. I guess one would be that there are still some glitches. I don't know if you can see any in this video, but for example, actually, you know, you can probably, because like I was driving the car over the bridge in the middle of the map, and it just got stuck. And it's like, okay, well, why would that happen? Wouldn't the car kind of rolled off the bridge? I was annoyed at that. You know what I mean? Things like these, maybe they should sort out. And then I wasn't recording. I was playing the game, and I mean, this guy just, he seemed to have like this kind of glitch where his AK-47 would almost like a minigun and kill me like 2 shots. So I mean, they should probably do something about that. I don't know what kind of bug that was. I no idea. Maybe the guy was hacking, but I doubt it, because they have a system in place so people don't hack. But that was definitely very annoying, and I mean, that guy eventually left, but that I was like, whoa, maybe you should guys sort that out, because that's not going to go down too well. System requirements, they're not very, well, I mean, as long as you have a decently updated PC. The minimum is you need a Core 2 Duo, 1.5 gigs of RAM, and 3 gigs of hard drive space, which actually is quite a small game because it doesn't have any single player crap in it, so which I think it would ruin this game for sure and make the price go up to £25, which I don't really want. Recommended is quad core, 2 gigs of RAM, and something like a GTX 260 or an ATI 4870. So as long as you had bought a PC in the last kind of 3 years and made it medium powerful, kind of fairly powerful, you'll be fine running this game. Maybe not ultra, but I can run ultra with it with fraps at about 90 frames a second. Then again, I do have a 7970 and all that i7 stuff, so it's very powerful, my PC. But you shouldn't have any problem if you're not recording. If you just want to play the game, it'll be fine. It runs similar if you play Tribes Ascend. It runs similar to that, because both games run the Unreal Engine. So the Unreal Engine is amazing, actually, for how far it's come, considering. And like the first games that came out in Unreal Engine 3, and compared to now, it's a very, very big difference. Definitely a big difference. So it's quite crazy. Yes. Excuse me. So yes, guys, definitely should maybe check this out for sure. Don't forget, this video is being done in beta. I will do more videos on this game, definitely, in the future. Hopefully on like each of the game modes and all of that stuff. So expect a lot of content from me on Ravaged, as well as everything else I have to do. So a lot of work, Wouldn't believe how much work I have. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I think there's like maybe 10 more minutes of the gameplay left after I finish, maybe something like that. So if you want, feel free to watch it. It's quite interesting. It's not the best gameplay, but it's fun. If you just want to see how this game is played, just feel free to watch it. So, okay guys, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. See you later.
Our camp is under attack. Locked up the resources. Camp lost to the enemy. Our resources have been stolen. Capturing base. We've taken their resources. The camp is ours. Drop their resources. Our camp is under attack. We have lost a base. We've got their resources, boys. Get out. Got their resources, boys. Head out. We are losing a base. A base has been captured. Locked up the resources. We are losing a base. A base has been captured. Scored their resources. Run. Capturing base. The camp is ours. We stole the resources. We're on the right side of the grass today, boys. Stop those mangy bastards. They dropped their resources. Got it. Scored their resources. Run. The resource was dropped. Capturing base. We've taken their resources.